Morning. Last class I have discussed about how to find out the area under the two curve. I am continuing the same thing. And as you know, this is the part of the career guidance and placement cell program for IIT at JEE and IIT Advanced. Okay. Now every time I don't want to repeat. This is only for the economically and academically weak section of the students. And okay, coming back to this, x square is equal to y. Find the area between the two curve. X square is equal to y and y square is equal to 8x. See, what you, the same sum you have done for 4 marks or 5 marks in the examination, but if you have done practice properly, by looking at the answer itself, you need not work it out. But anyway, I'll work out all the details. See, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. First, how it looks here, this looks like y square is equal to 4ax. Therefore, y square is equal to 4ax. 4ax. Okay, now you understood now. See, y square is equal to 4ax. Therefore, look, got it? Y square is equal to 4ax. This is the curve. That means here y square is equal to 8x. Therefore, 4a is equal to 8. Therefore, 4a equal to 8. Therefore, a will be what? 2. Can you follow? A is equal to 2 in this case. Now, first I draw the curve like this. Which is the curve? This is the second curve. Now, you know this curve also. This is called x square is equal to 4ay. Therefore, here x square is equal to y is given. 4a is equal to 1. 4a equal to 1 or a is equal to 1 by 4. For this, a is equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, the curve for this, it will be like this. You understood? This is the curve, and for this is the curve. You are required to find out the area between the two curves. Now, both are passing through the origin. No, don't worry about it. See, now I am going to solve this. X square equal to y, y square is equal to this. You put this y here. If you put that y there, what will happen? Let me see. Y square is equal to 8x, you know. Y square is equal to 8x. But where y is equal to x square, y is equal to x square whole square is equal to 8x. Therefore, x to the power of 4, you bring this side, minus 8x equal to 0. I'll take x as a common factor. X cube minus 8 equal to 0. Either x equal to 0 or x cube is equal to 8 or x equal to 2. Therefore, I got either x equal to 0 or what will get? X equal to 2. Right? Now what is this curve? This curve is what? X square equal to y. This is the first curve. This curve is what? This curve, y square is equal to 8x. This is the second curve. Now, first you find out this area. This is the area bounded by this curve, right? And x-axis and pillar, two pillar, one pillar is here, another pillar is here. So I draw this. First you are finding here I am writing O, area between the curve, that means x square equal to y and what? X equal to 2. I am finding this area. Right? For the second curve this. Then what is A1? A1 is equal to area. That is, area is what? Y dx, is it not?
Yes.
Y dx. From what is the limit here? X equal to 0 to x equal to 2, correct? But y is nothing but what? X square, is it not? Therefore, integration from 0 to 2, y is equal to x square dx. X square is what? X cube by 3. It's an integration. Increase n plus 1, 2 and 0. As a result, what I write? A1 is equal to 1 by 3. Take it out. 2 cube minus 0 cube. Therefore, 2 cube is 8, 8 by 3 I got. So much square unit, A1. Now next, what is this area? This I am going to find out. This area. That means the area bounded by this curve. this two pillar and x-axis. Therefore this I'll write it here only, right? This is an x-axis, y-axis. This is the area bounded by the curve. What is this curve? This y square is equal to 8x, correct? This is the second curve. Therefore A2 is what? A2 is what? Area bounded by this curve. That is 0 to 2 y dx. Your y square is 8x. No, y square is equal to 8x. Then what is y? Y is equal to square root of 8x. Square root of 8x, square root of 8 and square root of x. 8 can be 4 into 2 into root x. Square root of 4 is what? 2 root x, correct? Y equal to. Therefore A2 is equal to what? This 2 root 2 I will take it out. Integration of 0 to 2 root x dx. Can you follow? Now there is a formula. What is the formula? Integration of root x plus dx. In the first class I have done is what? 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2. Do you remember? That I am going to put it here. Therefore this is equal to 2 root 2. Therefore 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2, 0 and 2. Here what will happen? This 2 to 4 root 3 comes out. I am applying the upper limits, 2 to the power of 3 by 2 minus lower limit 0. Then what? 2 to the power of 3 by 2 is what? 2 cube by half. That is what? 8. Half is root 8. 4 into 2 root 2, correct? Therefore I substitute here 4 by 3 root 2, 2 root 2. Then again what you get? Root 2, 2. 2 2s are 4. 4 4s are 16. 16 by 3. Alright? Now what is that? What you got here? A1. What is A1? A1 is 8 by 3. What is A2? 16 by 3. Denominator is same. Which is the bigger? See here, this area is bigger than this, is it not? Therefore, here, area between the two curves is A2 minus A1. Difference you find out. Is that area between the two curves is equal to 16 by 3 minus 8 by 3. 3 is LCM. 16 minus 8. Therefore, 8 by 3. Area between the two is so much square unit. See, now you will be wondering, sir, should I work all this much in CET? Definitely not. Since you have worked it out, by looking at the sum itself, you will know, you can mind work out so fast and immediately you will mark the correct answer. Right? There is another problem here. Find the area bounded by a parabola. See, that is y square is equal to 5x. It's a parabola. And a line x minus y equal to 0. A line. When we call this a linear equation, it's a line. That means y equal to x. Is it not? This is the line. This is the second equation. This is the first equation. See, already I told you, what is that? Y square is equal to 4ax. How the curve looks like? This is it not. Okay? If this is a, this will be 2 times a, right? For a parabola. Here y square is equal to 5x. Therefore you write y square is equal to 5x. 4a is equal to 5, isn't it? 4a equal to 5. Therefore a is equal to 5 by 4. Can you follow? Now again, this is therefore what I write. I'll write a curve here like this. This is origin. This is x-axis and y-axis. How the curve looks, I am writing a part of it. Right? See, I can write it fully also. This is the curve. And again what? Y is equal to x. What do you mean by y is equal to x? How can you say line? How they got it? See, in the beginning of the class, y is equal to mx plus c, I said. Do you remember? How does it look like? This is not. This is called x-intercept, y-intercept. This is theta. M is what? Tan theta, slope. You know that? M is equal to, and this is c. Suppose This is y is equal to mx minus c. Now if c is 0, what will write? Y is equal to mx. Mx is what? Slope is not. M is what? Tan theta. Suppose theta is equal to 45 degree, what will write? Tan 45 equal to 1, isn't it? When tan 45 is equal to 1, y is equal to 1 into x. Y is equal to x. Can you follow? Therefore, definitely you can say it is 45 degree. This is line. All these things you should have worked out before itself. It will, all the things will flash in your mind when you look at this itself. That y is equal to, look, y is equal to x. This is the background. This is the equation 2. This is the equation 1. And the angle is what? 45 degree. This is the curve and this is the line. Both intersect at a point A. Now I want to find the point of intersection. In order to find the point of intersection, what you have to do? You have to solve these two equations, is it not? I put y is equal to here. What will happen? If I put y here, solving, what do you get? Y is equal to x, isn't it? Therefore, x square, y is equal to x, therefore x square equal to 5x, or x square minus 5x equal to 0. If you take x is common, x minus 5 equal to 0. Either x equal to 0 or x equal to 5, isn't it? Here x equal to 0 or what? X equal to 5. You can follow? Now what you have to do? Find out this area. What is this area? This is the area is what? A1 is area bounded by this curve. What is the curve? Y square is equal to 5x, right? Area bounded by the curve. Y square is equal to 5x, the curve, and the x-axis and ordinate, that is pillars, at x equal to 5 and x equal to, this pillar height is 0 here. The pillar height is, this is called ordinate, they called ordinate. This is called abscissa. It's called ordinate pillars. Therefore, here 0 to 5, I'll write it, y dx, correct? But what is the y here? What is the y here? Y is equal to square root of 5, right? Or is equal to y is equal to root 5 and root x, isn't it? Therefore, y is equal to here what? 0 to 5. Y is equal to root 5 root x dx. Root 5 you take it out. Therefore, a1 is equal to root 5, I will take it out, 0 to 5 root x dx. Now, a1 is equal to root 5. You know this formula already previously I done. What is the integration of root x dx? 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2. This is the formula. Now that I will write x to the power of, a1 equal to root 5 is what? 2 by 3 x to the power of 3 by 2. Lower limit is 0, upper limit is 5. Then root 5 2 by 3, apply the upper limit 3 by 2 minus lower limit. Now this I will take it out, 5 cube to the power of half. 5 cube is what? 125 into root, right? 25 into 5, isn't it? That 5 root 5. Or you can write 5 square into 5, you can do this also. Half. 5 square is 5, 5 to the power of half. This way also you can do it. 5 root 5. Therefore, 2 root 5 by 3, this is what? 5 root 5. Again what? 5 2s are 10. 5 5s are root 5 to root 5. 50 by 3, no? 50 by 3 square unit. Therefore, a1 is equal to 50 by 3 square unit. But you have to be very fast in calculation mentally. They won't ask you this much tough sums, but the sums are such a way that if I already worked it out, by looking at yourself, you will get the answer. Now here again what? You have to find out this area. What is this area? This area is not area bounded by this curve. It is not the curve, it is a line. Area bounded by the line, x-axis and ordinate at x equal to 0 and x equal to 5. Therefore, what is A2? A2 is equal to area bounded by the A to 5 y dx. Here what is y here in this case? Y is equal to x, isn't it? Therefore, I'll substitute 0 to 5 x dx. Integration of x is what? X square by 2, isn't it? By 0 to 5. Upper limit is what? 5 square, 25 by 2. Therefore, we got 25 by 2. I'll get it. A2. Understood? Other limit 0. Therefore, what is the area between the two curves? This total area and subtracting this area. And only you are getting this area. See. This is the required area. Therefore, the required area is equal to A1 minus A2. What is A1 you got? 50 by 3 minus 25 by 2. 6 is LCM. How much? 100 minus 75. Correct? That means 25 by 6 square unit. Sometime what? 12 by 3, 12.5 by 3. Like that all they'll give. We don't know. Near number also they give by. But this is the answer. Out of 4 choice, this will be the answer. Understood? Just I'll ask you as a short revision. Now what is the integration of sin x dx? Sin x is what? Minus cos x, remember. Integration of cos x dx is equal to plus sin x plus c. See if these two, from here how we are going to do this. Example, sin and cos. If I write integration of sin ax plus b dx, what you write here? What? Minus cos ax plus b by coefficient of x is a, you write it. So example, integration of sin 2 minus 3x dx. What you have to do? Minus cos 2 minus 3x by coefficient of x is minus 3. Minus minus get cancelled, plus what? 1 by 3 cos 2 minus 3x. The problem with this, most of the student is they forget this. It looks simple, but see example, integration of dx by cosecant 1 minus x. What is this cosecant? How simple sum only. But out of 4 choice, you have to get the answer, correct answer. Nobody will get it because 1 by cosecant is what? Sin, is it not? Sin 1 minus x dx. Integration of sin is what? Minus cos 1 minus x, and coefficient of x is what? Minus 1. Therefore, the answer is what? Cos 1 minus x. Suppose 0 to, what is that, 1 if they give, what will do? 0 to 1. You have to put the upper limit and lower limit, right? 0 to 1. Therefore, what? Here cos 1 minus 1 minus cos 1 minus 0. Here was cos 0 minus cos 1. Cos 1 is cos 1 only, but cos 0 is what? 0. Or 0 or 1? 1 minus cos 0. Remember. So remember, cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0. But there is no such as cos 1. But cos inverse 1, what is cos inverse 1? See, again, see, this is the problem. Minus. Cos inverse is 0. Because cos 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, 0 is equal to cos inverse 1. You have to be very, very careful with the sums and all that. It looks simple, but we cannot do it now. See, now, this integration, how will you do it? This integration of sin square x dx. See, you can't do this like sin square 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1. You can't do all this. For that, you need on separate formulas. You know, 1 plus cos 2 theta. 1 minus cos 2 theta. See, 1 plus cos 2 theta is what? 2 cos square theta. Do you remember? This is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Suppose you bring this down, this becomes what? Cos square theta equal to half 1 plus cos 2 theta. Here also sin square theta equal to half 1 minus cos 2 theta. Got over. Therefore, most of the students, they'll forget over that. They don't attempt integration. They'll leave it and all that. But this is a very, very necessary to know this. Here what? I'm using this formula. Therefore, integration of Sine square is what? Of 1 minus cos 2x by dx. That is what? Of integration of x dx, sorry, just dx minus integration of cos 2x dx. See, now here coming back to this, what is integration of cos ax plus b dx? Integration of cos is what? Sin ax plus b divided by coefficient of x is a. Here also same thing here. If I write like this, integration of cos phi x dx, what do I write? Sin phi x divided by 5. Therefore, half integration of dx is what? X minus integration of cos 2x is what? Sin 2x by 2. Suppose 0 to pi by 2 if they give altitude. The answer is pi by 4. Very see. Remember integration of sin square x dx and integration of cos square x dx 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2 is same value. I'll show what the value, right? That value, if you would have worked it out, say 0 to pi by 2, you can easily do that, because there are different sums are there, different methods are there to find out this. I will tell the first method. This is the first method. Pi by 2 minus sine 2 pi by 2. This is upper limit minus lower limit. 0 minus sine 2 into 0 by 2. In this case what? Half pi by 2. 2 to get cancelled. Sine pi by 2. Correct? Minus 0. Sine 180 is what? Sine 180 is what? 0. 0 by 2, 0 is what? Pi by 4. I said no, the value is what? Standard value. See, remember 0 to pi by 2 sin square x dx is equal to pi by 4. Even cos square also says 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx is also pi by 2. I'll prove this very easy. How to do this? Look. See, remember this. I is equal to, suppose there is a formula, integration of 0 to a function of x dx. 0 to a function of x dx is equal to, here a is there, no? Wherever a replace 0 to a, you write as it is, function of a minus x dx. This is one formula, theorem. This is one theorem. And see example, how I am going to do this sum is, you have to know now. See, integration of, let I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 sin square x dx, correct? Now this is 1. This is also is equal to 0 to pi by 2. What is a here? Pi by 2. Function of x is sin square x. Wherever x replace a minus x. Therefore, what I write? Sin a is what? Pi by 2x. Can I write like this? You understood? A minus x. You know sin 90 minus theta is what? Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Similarly, cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Therefore, sin and cos can be interchanged using 90 minus theta. You know this. Therefore, what I write here, integral of 0 to pi by 2, because all in the first quadrant all are positive. Sin becomes what? Cos square x is not. Sin 90 cos square x whole square dx. Okay. I is equal to. I is also same thing. Then what is this is equal to? I is equal to sin square x. I is also equal to cos square x. If I add these two, what will happen? 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 I am adding. 1 is 1 plus 1 I, 2 I, isn't it? 2 therefore integral of 0 to pi by 2 sin square x dx plus integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. What do you observe from this? Dx is common factor. Integral also common factor. I am taking integral this side. Dx that side. Dx I am taking that side, integral this side. 0 to pi by 2. Here what? Sin square x plus cos square x. But what is sin square x plus cos square x? Is equal to 1, no? 1 into dx, dx is not. The integral 0 to pi by 2 is equal to 2i, correct? What is dx? Dx is equal to x. 0 to pi by 2. Apply the upper limit. Pi by 2 minus lower limit 0. Therefore 2i is equal to what? Pi by 2. Therefore I should be what? Pi by 4. But what is I? I is equal to, therefore I is also is equal to sin square x dx 0 to pi by 2. I is also equal to what? 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx. One of the same, is it not? Therefore this particular sum, if you several times you work it out now, because you can identify, it's called identification problems. This type of sums are called how you can identify the sums.